There we go. Instagram always takes a little longer. All right, we're live. So, hello, and good afternoon, everyone. So, if you will probably be watching this on the replay, which is absolutely fine, Dr. Lendra, and today I have an awesome guest for you guys today. I have Justin Grant. As you know, I've been sharing with you that he is going to be our keynote speaker at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit taking place May 15th and 16th. Excuse me. And I'm actually excited to bring him here with you guys today because his message is going to resonate with so many. And I say that because when we talk about health and wealth, and a lot of people, and I've said this before, often refer to the expo as the Health and Wellness Expo. And we actually blend health and wealth. And how we do that is by having speakers such as Justin Grant coming and talking about the wellness aspect. So we include our wellness within our health aspect of the expo. And then our wealth talks about our wealth building. So Justin is I think he is the absolute perfect person to be one of our keynote speakers because the message that he's going to bring. And I'm going to let him introduce himself and also just highlight a little bit about why he decided to speak at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit. And I know you guys are going to be with me on May 15th and 16th in New Jersey, in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And you will definitely get a chance to meet Justin. And Justin, without further ado, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, thank you, Dr. Lendra. It's a pleasure to be on, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to deliver a keynote at the Health and Wealth Expo. So I'm the author of a new book. It's called Company Men, A Wellness Guide for Black Men in Corporate America. And I was inspired to write this book after seeing how the effects of American hustle culture have been affecting the bodies and the minds of Black men that work within a corporate context. In doing research for the book, I learned that as Black men climb the socioeconomic ladder, they are at greater likelihood than the broader population to suffer from anxiety and depression. And the unfortunate reality is, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, it will lead to all sorts of downstream effects on your physical health. And Black men, have the second lowest life expectancy of any demographic in this country. And so, my effort with this book is to sort of provide a call to action for Black men that work in a corporate context on what you need to do to take care of your body and your mind in these high pressure jobs. The reality is, corporate life is challenging for whoever works in corporate. You could be Black, white, male, female, gay, straight, whatever. There are certain stressors that are universal to that way of life, but Black men have to understand that those stressors might be affecting your bodies a little bit differently than the broader population. And I say that with loads of anecdotal evidence. I've lost too many colleagues before the age of 50. I've seen too many Black men before it's time to collect Social Security, passing away during what should be their peak earning years. And so this is a call to action for us to address all of the dimensions of wellness, with physical being the most important, because if this body is not functional, then what's the point? We also address in the book the wealth piece, and how to negotiate salary and turn your wages into wealth over time. We do have a significant racial wealth gap in this country, and we can get into all the policy reasons why that was created. I want to set those aside. There are certain time-tested practices that you can deploy to not only enjoy a life, all the fruits of labor in your life, but also build wealth over time that can transform the lives of the people that you're connected to. So wealth is a part of that whole wellness equation. The other piece is professional well-being. Am I living out my calling? Am I serving the dreams that are in my heart through this job? And so I have a framework to help talent really discern what it is that they should be doing with their professional lives. And then finally, I address the issue of social well-being within the corporate context. Corporate culture is based in certain social norms that if you're a person of color, or if you're a woman or somebody from a marginalized group, you have to go through a level of assimilation to fit into corporate culture. There are special nuances when you come from a marginalized population, and so my book addresses that as well. And then the other part of your question, why did I choose to participate in the Health and Wealth Expo? Well, these are two areas of passion for me: health and wealth. And when you talk about the people who are professionally charged with ensuring the health of the people that they serve, right? The caregivers, they spend their professional lives pouring into other people. Well, who's pouring into them? Who's filling their cup? And so I think this event is very important to provide the caregivers. This is a very demanding job across many dimensions, physically, emotionally, and we got to make sure that we're caring for our caregivers.
Absolutely. You put that so beautifully, and I thank you, because you're right. I think a lot of times, far too often, who's pouring into us, right? And so recently I was asked about hosting a retreat. And I said, you know what, I think I just want to go to a retreat, right? Like I just, just so that someone's pouring into me for a change. And it's fine, because we do need that, no matter what charges we're leading, no matter where we're working, what industry. Sometimes you just want someone to pour into you. So I appreciate you saying that. And that's a huge takeaway for those who may be wondering, oh, well, or not even understanding how health and wealth, it goes together. So, and that's why I like to point out when people say, oh, your health and wellness event. No, it's actually a health and wealth event, because we talk about the wellness. All of that goes along with the health aspect of the summit. Now, why, I think you actually did a good job at speaking about why people should come. But in your words, like what, like, and you also did a good job at highlighting like what you're going to talk about. But just, I want people to hear it from you. Why do you think people should come? Just summarize that out of everything that you just said.
Yeah, it's twofold. Number one, the first part of that equation, the folks that work in this healthcare space are going to come away with tools and resources to help them maintain their health across all dimensions, right? When you spend your career pouring into other people, there is a cost that comes with your mental health. And so how do you maintain that, right? There is a cost that comes physically, when you're working in a mentally demanding and a physically demanding job. So how do you maintain this body, right? You are a body, and that's the most important thing in your life. The most important investment you can make is in your body and in your mind. And then the other part of the equation, building wealth. Even if you come from a population that didn't necessarily inherit wealth, there are ample opportunities to grow substantial wealth if you're managing your resources effectively. And the folks that attend this event, they're going to get access to strategies that can help you build that wealth over time. And it's something, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a whale of an issue, right? But you eat the whale one bite at a time. And I think that this event is going to provide some really helpful connection points for people.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about the networking, just alone is going to be very powerful. And that, what's the saying? And I'm sure to me it's redundant, but for those who may not have heard of it, your network is your net worth is your network,
That's right.
right? And vice versa. You have to surround yourself with a network of individuals where you're going to have a growth mindset. And this is the stage that the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit sets. It helps you with that growth mindset. It helps you with growing your generational wealth, growing your mindset, growing you emotionally. And this is the opportunity. And we're going to have great speakers like Justin who are going to be there just pouring into you and give them, and I feel like you've given them a little bit of highlight of what you're going to be what you're going to be talking about. So if you missed this event, it is really, I thank you for coming on, Justin, and just giving them, like I said, a little highlight of what you're going to be talking about, because I can say all day how amazing the event is going to be, because, I'm organizing it. So I know how powerful your messages are going to be. And I'm really hoping, or I'm knowing, and I'm really feeling that your message today is really going to help someone else realize, like, yes, I need to be in the building, because they do. You really, really, really want to be in the building for this event, because it's going to be so amazing. And, like I said, Justin's topic is just going to be one of the keynotes. What about the workshops that are going to be taking place we spoke with Dr. Helen Fossum last night about medical writing. So there's going to be a medical writing workshop. There's going to be a business plan workshop. You'll be leaving with a business plan in your hand. So that's what we're trying to do. It's going to be the American IV Association is going to be there helping you to start a nurse-owned business, right? And going through the laws of what that looks like. So I say all this to say there's so much value in what you're going to be walking away from. So this isn't just another summit. This isn't just another event. This is a movement that you're going to be a part of. And Justin, I thank you so much for being a part of that movement. And they'll be seeing you again soon. And definitely make sure that you guys register at healthandwealthexpolive.com for the event taking place May 15th and 16th in New Jersey. And I can't wait to see you guys. So Justin, is there anything else you want to add before we go?
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Lendra. And I appreciate you for being the visionary that's pulling this all together.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, all right, everyone. So until next time, make sure you guys have a great day. Stay inspired, stay educated, and stay empowered.
Take care.